Nice. So just come in, take a seat. How did you find the place?
It was really good. Parking was a bit of a rough thing. Just so many people try to park. Obviously, busy building. But it was really easy.
Cool. So you got here on time, which is really good. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Kayla.
Okay.
I'm going to be a social worker today.
Yeah.
So something we kind of like to do at the Wintec social workers facility is we like to open with a prayer or a karakia, just kind of so we can make this a sacred and safe environment for you. It doesn't have to be, it could be a quote or something like that. Would you like to do that, or I can do that if you'd prefer? Okay, so if we just shut our eyes and bow our head, I'll just open with a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing Ricky in here today and helping her find a place nice and easily. We just pray for a good, successful session and that she gets everything out of this that she needs. And you will help guide her on that path. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Cool. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Ricky Lee. I'm 22 years old. I'm originally from Hamilton. I just moved every year. I am a full-time PCA teacher and writer tuner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of practice over there managing kids. So I've just been there for like 5 years now. So it's going really good. We've got 2 kids and a husband. And that's about it.
Cool. And what do you like to do on your free time?
Just relax, full on with kids 5 days a week. So I think for me, like a Saturday afternoon, just relax with the kids or take them out to the pools or something. Not too many hobbies. I do into netball. And that's about it.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds like you have a very busy life, if not with your job and your kids, but also trying to juggle a little bit of a social life with your netball going. So props to you. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kayla. I'm married. I'm currently pregnant with my 5th child. In my spare time, what do I like to do? I don't really have a lot of spare time. I'm too busy running around after the other 4 children. But yeah, I'm quite a family person. I really appreciate and kind of value that time. So before we kind of get into discussing what's brought you here today, I just want to let you know that everything that will be said in this room is confidential between me and you, and the only time that I will ever break that confidence is if I feel that you are a threat to yourself or someone else around you. Just because, the kind of purpose of these sessions is to make sure that you're safe and, we want to do what's best for you. And yeah. Cool. So what's brought you here today?
So on Friday, I'm just gone. I was at work, and at the centre I work for, it's real. So if there's no aunties on the floor, because that's what we call each other, like the kids call us aunties rather than Miss Mrs. Files. So we just call each other auntie. So we've got 3 rooms. One room is a family room, one room is a playroom and a sleep room. So in this family room, there was family for one of our kids that were graduating. And so what we do is we let them have their time to, have a look through all the stuff they've accomplished over how long they've been with us. And everyone was playing in here. So none of the kids are allowed in the family room unless one of the aunties were in there. But because all the aunties was on the floor in the playroom, nobody could go in there to supervise if any of the kids wanted to try and go in the family room. So So there's this child. He's, I think he's three and a half, 4. And he was terrible that day. Like he was, I said, come on, come back into the like the playroom, because Auntie can't go in there because there's, we need as much aunties on the floor in the playroom.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. I said, come on, like come with Auntie, we'll go play in here. And he was just like, no. And I was like, look, come on, if do you need help walking, or can you walk by yourself back into this next room? And he was like, no, he was adamant he wasn't coming. So I picked him up and we went into the playroom with all the kids and all the other aunties, and he just started having a fit. He was throwing his arms around and just punching, and I'm in such a predicament right now because the day, like, he went home that night. He gets picked up at 3:30 when his mum finishes work. And our centre doesn't close till 5:15. He went home and told his mum, I pushed his head down and his feet into the couch. So now I'm just stressing because I would never do that to a child.
Yeah.
I didn't use excessive force to try and calm him down. It's just, he just didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
And he's such an angry child that I'm just so emotional at the moment. I don't know what to do.
So, what I'm kind of getting is that he lashed out, I guess, because he didn't like that you were kind of, I don't know, being an authority figure, and he doesn't retaliate very well to, what's the word, to directions, I guess. So he made a lie up and told his mum that you hurt him.
Well, not specifically me, just an auntie.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
Okay.
I don't know if it was about me.
Yeah.
But I was the last to get the end of it.
Yeah.
The end stick of like the whole situation.
And do you think that any of the other aunties in the room at the time would have done anything like that?
I like to think none of us are capable of that sort of stuff. It's children.
Yeah.
We work with them 5 days a week.
Yeah.
For the whole year. We create a bond with these children. They're like my kids. Like I've got my own. So why, like,
yeah. So, why do you think he felt the need to kind of tell his mum that this had happened when clearly it hadn't?
Well, I don't know. Like, I took him in a corner, and that was it. Like, it's it's a naughty corner.
Yeah.
Like most kids are used to those things, or some. Okay, so I took him to the corner and I sat next to him, trying to calm him down and all of that. And even one of the other aunties came over to calm him down. But I was like, okay, you can calm him down, that's fine. But he just started kicking her and punching her in the head. He was punching her, slapping her. And like, I'm a bigger person than her. Like, obviously my finger isn't like on fleek. But I was like, look, I'll do it. She's getting a little auntie, and I didn't want her to get hurt, because, so I picked him up and I put him in the corner with me, and I just sat there with him, till he calmed down.
Yeah.
But in order for me to sort of stop him from hurting all the other kids as well as myself, was to put like a barrier between us, like for him to not leave until he calmed down. So in order to do that, I put my hand over here like this. Like he was able to get out under or over, but it was just so I know he was safe and everybody else was safe. But he was kicking me, planting my arm, but it was just I couldn't just put him in a room.
Yeah.
So I had to calm him down before he obviously hurt everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think he created the story because he didn't get his way.
Yeah. Okay.
Like this is the first time it's ever happened to me in my career. I've been an ECE teacher for 5 years, and this is the first time. I've never even had anyone around me being like sort of accused of this. So it's such. you know, it's now Monday.
Yeah.
I've had the whole weekend to dwell on it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just so.
And all right, so what do you think his intentions kind of were behind this? Do you think that maybe he felt neglected or something because, or wanted to get you in trouble because you got him in trouble, or
I honestly, I don't know. Like, he's a good boy. He is. He's a good boy when he's not angry.
Yeah.
When he's angry, that's it. You know, if he doesn't get his way, if he gets in trouble, if he gets pulled up on something he's done, that's it. Like, he just sees red.
Yeah.
So, like, I calmed him down. So what I don't get is why he was still wound up.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, because kids will be kids, but I just I just hope that it just hasn't affected, because it was me, like, who calmed him down and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping he didn't think I heard it. Like,
okay. All right. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you know what had happened. But what kind of makes you think that his mum believed him when he had made that accusation?
Because it's her child, you know.
Yeah.
If my children came home and said one of their teachers hit them or anything like that, I see red.
Yeah.
You know, my children have never said that, and I encourage them to be open with me. They're both 4, I've got twins, and they're not at my centre because I would just go crazy 7 days, you know, even that, you know.
Yeah.
But they're my children.
Yeah.
I will believe them, but I will ask them certain questions to not lead them to certain, you know. So I just feel like I don't want to be mean about it, but I felt like maybe the mum was just like, why are you so angry?
Yeah.
And then like, did auntie hurt you? You know, and not like she didn't just, she led him to, maybe, I don't know, I wasn't there, but it's just all these possibilities go through my head.
Yeah, because being a parent myself, I know that my children come home and they tell me lies all the time, you know. But it's kind of like, I wonder why he told her that, or, you know, whatever happened. Like, maybe there's a bit more of an underlying issue behind that. Have you talked to the mother at all? Or?
She did ring the centre. Just as I was about to leave, she rang, so I answered. And she told me, you know, her son came home and said this stuff. She would like to know what's going on. She'd like to talk to Davina, which is our centre's manager or boss. And all that stuff. So I told her, you know, Monday would do. I don't work Mondays, but, you know, I told her the earliest time is Monday. Davina's on my 8, but the best time to get is at 9, you know. So she was like, you know, I'm going to think about this all weekend. You know, this is my child. And what really shook me out was, you know, she was like, I'm getting to the bottom. Like, she was adamant that something went on, and I'm just so, oh my God.
I feel like this is just a case of he said, she said, you know.
But like, for me, all the aunties were there.
Yeah.
Like, I sat with him, all the aunties were on the floor. You know, like, they looked over and glanced to make sure, you know, he was okay, he had calmed down, if he was being an egg, you know. So all the kids were around in our centre. So it wasn't like I took him in a room by myself with him. You know, I know better than that, you know. It's just, I've calmed him down like this many times.
Yeah.
And this one time just threw me off.
Yeah, so what I kind of just picked up on the fact that you've calmed him down lots of times. So is this, like, attitude kind of something that is a reoccurring thing?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, he doesn't like to be told no.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And, like, all the other aunties, they're like, you know, sort of go around the bush about saying no. And it's just like, yeah, like, okay, we all know how he is. Okay. But it doesn't mean he gets treated more, you know, better than all the other kids. They all see red.
Yeah.
But he's the only one who's physically violent.
Okay.
And then you, like, I don't know, I don't want to be mean about it, but then you start to wonder, has he witnessed
Yeah.
Sort of things like that. And I don't want to obviously put that like in my head.
Yeah.
But it's just happened too many times.
Yeah.
But then when it does happen, we only tell his mother like every now and then because it's just what's happening.
Okay.
So you don't want to be a pest about it and say like it's happening today,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, in comparison to all his other outrages, what would you kind of say that this one was sitting at?
I've seen him violent before, not fight, like a kid, like a tantrum. It was like a full-on tantrum, screaming, crying, kicking, pinching. Friday's one was like a 7.
Okay.
That it started a 3. And then it went a 5, and then a 7, back down to 5, and then up and down. But this wasn't one of his worst,
Okay.
I've seen him like throw toys, and so it wasn't like
So I feel like this kind of this wasn't a one-off thing, so it keeps happening. What do you think moving forward from this would be a way to kind of approach changing that, or kind of trying to adjust how angry he gets in his way of expressing, I guess, his feelings?
I think the downfall of our centres, was that we should have told his mother how often they were actually happening, because it's real weird, because I've worked at other centres before, and they do have incident reports. So if there's an incident that goes on, they write it down, and the child gets sent home with that, a copy of that, so the parent knows, everything, And for some reason, there hasn't been enough incidents at the centre I'm working at to have an incident report book. But his behaviour, I've worked there for several years, but his behaviour has, it'll 1 week improve, and then the week after deteriorate. But we just haven't written it down enough to tell his mum.
Okay.
So I think if we just told his mum all the time, then maybe she could pull him up at home, and he won't come to the centre how he is now.
So what you kind of reckon moving forward is that you need to put in place incident reports, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you kind of think maybe the positives of that would be?
Us being insured.
Yeah.
As aunties and, as the teachers and stuff, us being insured that if an incident happened and the child went home and obviously said something like this, what I'm going through at the moment, I'm covered.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've written down, and I've got someone to witness, what I've written down.
Yeah.
So I wrote my own story, and and that would be one, as well as the mother knowing what her child's been up to, and sort of their behaviour at the centre, and what they can improve on at home so they don't do that.
Yeah.
We say the positive stuff oh, your child went to the toilet today, it was so cute. And we say those things oh, I had a sleep at 12, woke up at 2, stuff like that. We just say the positives.
Yeah.
It's never really like and he did have a tantrum today, and it was really, we don't really get into that because nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just stressful.
Okay. And with this kind of approach, what do you reckon maybe the consequences could be?
Of not having one.
Yeah. Even of just having one,
No, I don't really know. Yeah. I don't see any.
Maybe just like what you were saying earlier with the pestering of the parents, maybe?
Yeah. Well, obviously that is just maybe the parents would start to think, is it the centre why my child is like this? Is it, and then you're sending them home with these slips saying, there's a mishaps, there was something that went on, and then it's I'd hate to get home and my child is a stack of them because throughout the day he was, just not himself. But most of us, we know when the child isn't himself. Yeah. It's either they're sick, they're hungry, or they're tired. So we sort of pick up on those before,
Yeah.
So it's would we be writing incidents for everything when they're upset or they're tired, they're hungry?
Yeah.
So it'll become more.
And it will just be, more added stress to your job. Do you reckon that's maybe why they haven't
done one?
Yeah.
It could be, but it's like our boss isn't there all the time.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's another centre in we got one in Rotorua and there's one in Huntley and Northam.
Okay.
So there's 3 centres she goes to manage. But she's mainly at every centre like once a week for the whole day. It's just the books though. Okay. She's not there on the floor watching the kids with us, so it's, I don't know why she hasn't done it.
Yeah, okay. And have you kind of expressed this idea to her?
Well, it hasn't occurred to me that we needed one until Friday. Then it was like, oh my god.
And do you think maybe she has the same kind of feeling towards it as well? Like nothing has really happened?
Yeah, I think, because I did ring her after the parent rang me, after the mum rang me, I rang her.
Yeah.
Freaking out to then, oh my god, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out on Monday, I'll get you to come in, I'll have a good week, and I was just so, like, oh my god, what's going on about it, so it's just a bit, I'll send you a tissue.
Yeah, just over in the corner. I'll just grab one for you. Just keep those there. Awesome. Not awesome, So moving on, you kind of have an action plan that you think could work, and that would be by enforcing the idea of written, not warnings. What would you call them?
Incidents.
Incident reports. Yeah. Maybe this is something that you should bring up with your manager next time you see her, because you've looked at the positives and the consequences of that, and to avoid incidents like this, like you said, it might be,
Well, I did. She did say Monday we'd have a meeting around 3 when the parent comes, and we'll have to write an incident report because it's gotten to this point.
Yeah.
I think I'm just real stressing out, because it's real. I like to believe that the school, this auntie that I work with, isn't capable of it, but because she's leaving, I just feel like, I don't really like her. She doesn't really like me. She spat some lies to me one time, and so I told our boss, it was just, if there's going to be lies within our aunties, it's not going to make it work at work. So I told Davina, and she hit her up on it, she put her up on her lie and all that, and she knew it was me. Because I don't want to work in a place where there's lies. So I just hope that she doesn't spin a story because she's leaving. I just hope she doesn't spin a story where it makes me look like I actually, because I know I wouldn't force it. I don't even do it on my own.
Yeah, okay.
So I just.
And I think at the end of the day, that's probably the most important thing, is that you know you haven't done anything, and obviously your manager, Davina, knows that you wouldn't be capable of something like that.
It's just tough to just think a child would sort of say that, but it may have happened, just not with me. I know that because we were in the corner on the seat bench. We weren't on the couch.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just a bit of over worrying, because until you have your meeting, you're not really going to know what the child has really said, or all that kind of stuff, and that will maybe bring about some light. But again, when claims like this have been made against you, it's not really something.
Yeah, well, it's the first time.
Yeah.
I've been a teacher for 5 years, so it's pretty hard to just wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
But I'm also stressing because he's just said an auntie. He hasn't named me, and I'm just real at the moment because it may have happened.
Yeah.
Just and I wasn't aware of it, you know,
Yeah.
and I just all these thoughts just go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think probably the most important thing would be to try not to worry about it, even though I know that is impossible to say. But maybe just not emphasize on it so much until after this meeting, and then you can reflect, evaluate, and because you know nothing, you didn't do anything wrong. You're going to come to the end of this meeting and be like, oh, I was worried for nothing, But yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So
I just think I just needed to let it out.
Yeah.
Just
that's what I'm here for.
and get someone who doesn't know the whole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you feeling any better about that?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Yeah.
I really am.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you've gotten that off your chest.
Yeah. Well, I was, really stressing, but at at this time I'm just, at the end of the day, I know I'm not capable of something like that. So I just
and I also think it might be important when you meet with Davina that maybe you tell her that you want incident reports to kind of be a thing because, you put a lot of, we should have this on there. And by having that kind of stuff, it avoids any future things like this. But, what do you kind of think about that?
Yeah, no, that could really work. So I hope, I actually, with this meeting going on, I hope that's something we all come out with going on. Because it's in the best interest of everyone at the centre, as well as especially Davina, because she's hardly ever there. So it saves her ass too, as well as all ours. Yeah.
Okay. So before we wrap this session up, we've unfortunately come to the closing. How do you kind of think it went?
It went really good. I just made me realise that I was stressing for nothing. I should just, but I just needed someone to talk to.
It's not enough.
More like in the lines of, I now know what to do. I'm feeling confident because I just needed to, I just needed the reassurance that I knew what I was, and I know I'm not in the wrong. And hopefully after this meeting, it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, I just hope that you maybe just not overthink it so much. But what I really would like to do is maybe make another appointment for some time after your meeting to kind of see how things went. Because at this point, we don't know which way it's going to go. I'm sure that it's going to be fine. But just in case, is that, would you be interested?
Fine.
Okay, cool. What day works for you? I'll just...
I could do Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah, because today's Monday. Yeah,
when's your meeting?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, so...
Or the do Wednesday.
Okay. I think Friday might be good. I'm quite free. Do you want to have a late appointment or a early appointment because you've got, work?
Fridays, because I have, because I'm trying to get a higher certificate in NCA. I do have an exam in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
The morning would really do for me.
Okay. What time? I'm free all morning, so I can just work with.
9?
9? Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I will put that in. Is there anything else you?
No.
Okay. Well, because we opened with a prayer, it's kind of something that we like to close with as well. Just kind of end this session. So if you just bow your head and. Dear Lord, just thank you for today's session and the productiveness that came from it. We just thank you for that and hope that Ricky continues the good work that she's doing in the centre and also that the truth will shine and she will be perfectly fine after her meeting and during it. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, and I'll just send you out this way.